It's June the 5th, 2024. I am at Joel Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds. Happy Wednesday, weed day. Yeah, that's what we are. Jeremy Lambert's here. As always, we have plenty to talk about.
You sounded like...
We're already off to a great start.
My internet.
Your internet just immediately decided to
anyway.
Turn you want to try that intro again? No.
You want to run it from the top?
Yeah, let's just do it from the top.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna throw this out.
Try it from the top.
All right. Here we go. Okay, be quiet. Real quiet. It's June the 5th, 2024. I am at Joel Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds. Jeremy Lambert's here, and we have plenty to probably talk about. Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
Hi. You sounded less excited on the second intro. The first intro, you sounded very excited.
I know. It's really hard to replicate the intro stuff the second time. You know, when you kind of like do something once, and then you realize it's not caught on. I don't know how actors do it. I don't know how they keep it up for that many takes, right? Especially if they're trying to get the right one. You got to redo it. Like, I can do that if needed, but man, we're live, pal. That's what you want to do, is just get it right the first time. That's why wrestlers make great actors.
They get paid a lot of money. That's how they do it multiple times.
That is a very good point. They get paid a lot of money. Maybe if we got paid a lot of money, we would do great. Hold on. First of all, how dare you? Weak opening video. Who else does a video package like ours to start their show, huh? You get all the countdown. Would you be happier if you just saw that? I even deleted it. If you just saw the 30-second countdown thing from StreamYard, we ain't got that. Talking about.
It's the best thing about this show is our intro video. Everything afterwards, it's all downhill.
Yeah, exactly. Everything for the next 2 hours is just garbage. So, okay. All right, I'm done. That was a good bit. It might be the music choice. Well, I'll tell you what. Take it up with my pal Tim. He did it for us. He's great. What are we going to complain about next? The thumbnails? No, we don't touch the thumbnails on this show. Thumbnails are sacred.
Thumbnails are typically. I don't even know what the thumbnail is this week. Oh, it's Liv petting Dom.
Look at his face. Did you see his face? He is orgasmic in that photo. Man, the WWE really, come on, we got to give it to the team there. They got the moment right there. I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna show you the full photo. Oh, look at this. Hold on. This is just the best. Look at that face. He's ready to go into a microphone and cross his legs.
That doesn't seem PG.
No, it doesn't. But PG is only as much as the advertisers give to you.
I don't know if heavy petting is anything, Louis. Like, we found out masturbation. Can I say that 5 minutes in?
We just did.
It doesn't matter. No one can hear me. Okay. All right. We found out masturbation costs less than a kiss. A kiss was like $3,000, and masturbation was like $1,500. So, like, why wouldn't you just jerk off?
For anyone who's not aware, Tuesdays on this channel, there is a show called FMC. Don't ask me what it stands for, because it doesn't stand for anything related to the day that it airs. Anyway, they play a mobile game there, and that's where they do the thing that Jeremy just talked about. Dom, however, he's in heaven and hell simultaneously. This is a really fun angle, I gotta say. You gotta love it when you've got two separate love stories and one Eddie Guerrero cosplaying son of a guy stuck in the middle, and he doesn't know how to react. How do we do this?
I think he does know how to react.
You think he's playing everybody?
I think he's into it. He's just not allowed to show it because he doesn't want to upset Rhea Ripley.
Okay. So you think he's? How can I put this? You think so? So you think he's playing for Rhea? Is he gonna go? But is he ultimately gonna swerve and join up with Liv because she put on the heat, so to speak?
Yeah. I think he's gonna join up with Liv. That's where I think that, because Rhea's gonna come back to babyface. I think she's gonna get the big babyface reaction just on return. It's the return pop. That's what always happens. She's kind of getting cheered at the end there anyway. I think Dom is gonna go with Liv, be like, you know what? I liked it. I kissed the Liv and I liked it. The taste of her cherry.
Thank you. Yes. By the way, it's nice. We like it when you leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to us here at Fightful Overbooked. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Get on it. Do it now. Tell your friends. Share the link. Do it all over your socials. Whatever you need to do. Just like Liv does to Dom, shows him all the affection in the world. Show your affection for us by sharing this video and leaving a thumbs up on the video. You can also send a super chat and email, get your question or statement read on the air. Lucky Charm starts us off saying, I'm loving Liv's character right now. There's been some negative opinions about the story, but I think it's the minority. Majority seem to be very intrigued and interested who will be her next opponent. Well, first of all, I agree that there is intrigue and interest because this story does have multiple sides to it. I like that. And we're gonna dive a little bit deeper, but as to who is her next opponent, I think that's a really good question. Where do you go from here? Because if Rhea isn't ready yet, she's not cleared to compete as far as we understand it. Who goes in first on Liv Morgan?
Lyra. I mean, Lyra is. They got Money in the Bank coming up next because it doesn't look like Liv's gonna wrestle at Clash of the Castle. Maybe she does. But right now, they've kind of got that card starting to fill out. They only do 5-match cards nowadays, so there ain't too much space for another match. They've already got their women's match on the card, their women's title match, I should say. You can always add another women's match, but it feels like they've kept it at like one women's title match these past few events. Maybe my memory is just bad. That's always very possible. But Lyra seems like the choice, but if you compete Money in the Bank, here's the thing: is this isn't necessarily bad. It's just I don't know if she needs an actual title contender during all of this because we know she's not losing it until Rhea gets back. That's the overall story. So I don't think you need to do a big time pay-per-view match with her.
On the other hand,
let someone win a 4-way or a mini tournament. Who cares? Internet's busted. So let someone win like a contenders match, do that match on Raw, and move on because the story is Liv in Judgment Day. There's no. You're not going to force a story, a 2-week story between Liv and a title contender that we all know she's going to lose to.
So that's a good point. Now, I was going to say, on the other hand, with Liv, if you give her less a compelling story, but more an opportunity to shine as a wrestler who is the women's champion, and she won that championship. She's defended it once. Maybe there's a need to remind people that she's being manipulative, yes, and that's a really good story. However, you need to prove that your wrestling champion is still a good wrestler. So there's got to be someone, and I think Lyra Valkyria might just be the answer. I see other people are talking about a feud with Zelina Vega on Twitter. Sure, you could do that. Just little things that kind of show that she is not a fluke winner in the division.
Yeah, give her a match. Like, that's fine. But I don't think it needs to be this big time story. The story is her in Judgment Day. So I'm fine if she has a match. She beats whoever wins a contender match. Okay, no problem. But no one is going to buy that she's going to lose the title to Lyra, or I wouldn't do Lyra just yet, honestly, just because I think they have bigger plans overall for Lyra. And right now it's Io is the big plan because Io went crazy and attacked her on Raw. That rule, just Io jumping her out of nowhere. So that's the plan for Lyra right now. So I don't think they're gonna just have Lyra lose some throwaway match on Raw to Liv. Like Zelina makes sense. They're kind of beefing on Twitter. Zelina she'd have to win at least one match, like at least give her a victory somewhere around here, and then Liv could beat her on Raw. But I don't think they're gonna spend a whole lot of time and effort building up a title challenger when the story is Liv in Judgment Day.
Yeah, and on the Lyra and Io front, it feels like those two will fight each other into Money in the Bank and kind of come out of it based on whoever walks out with the briefcase. And it might not even be one of those two women. It could be somebody else. We'll get to some Money in the Bank stuff in a little bit because Jey Uso, of course, decided to hop the line a month early and talk about a pay-per-view before the other pay-per-view happened. You don't do that.
I like that though.
It was actually. I like it. No, I do too. I'm saying in the old way, you never talked about what was coming unless it was SummerSlam, WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble. You always focused on these ones. I'm glad that Jey actually moved ahead and said, I'm going to go after Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank just hasn't been a conversation piece on WWE programming. So this was the opening of that chapter. And I like that. Let's get into the Liv Morgan actual story of it. Wilson sent a super chat saying, I did like how Finn Balor is playing cock blocking brother. Sadly, it feels like my brother before I got married. Thank you for sometimes oversharing is the best kind of sharing, and you found a way to do it. Thank you, Will Chisholm. With that in mind, yeah, you have Liv come out at the beginning of Raw and basically say, Liv Morgan's revenge tour. It's not quite done. I'm still in charge, and I'm the women's champion, and I'm gonna take everything, and that includes Dom. Dom, you liked it. Come out here. Dom's like, hey, I want to explain myself, and you have the crowd just booing him. He's like, shut up. I'm trying to be the good guy. And then he comes out and he tries, and Liv basically comes onto him and is more affectionate with him in 20 seconds than Rhea Ripley ever was with Dominic Mysterio in their entirety of their relationship on screen.
Oh, no. What you're not going to have.
What?
I will. We're not going to have Mommy and Dom erasure here.
We're not going to erase it, but they didn't. Come on. They whispered in each other's ear.
Yeah. Those little whispers. We don't know what she was saying. Maybe we don't know Dom's love language like that. Maybe he likes the whispers over the petting. I mean, he seemed to enjoy the little petting.
Very much enjoyed the petting.
He also seemed to enjoy the little whispers every single time, too. Like, we're not going to pretend that Mommy and Dom weren't out here eye-fucking each other every now and again on WWE television.
But we can talk about how Liv and Dominic Liv is trying to be a little more pushy on Dom's PDAs. And Dominic might just like that. Dominic might just like the attention that's coming from this. He might just come around to it.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does like the attention that's happening. He seems to enjoy it on television. His mannerisms show that he's enjoying what's going on with Liv, right? But we're not gonna downplay how much attention Mommy was giving Dom as well. All right, we can't downplay that.
All I'm saying is Mommy never tasseled his hair and then whispered in his ears, "Who's a chicken tender slut?" We don't know
that. We don't know that that's not what she was whispering.
The look on his face, he never had that look on his face when Mommy was around. At least not when she was saying the things that Liv it may have said.
Okay.
Come on.
I want to make it very clear. We're talking about a WWE storyline before people start freaking out over stuff we are saying here. We're talking about a WWE storyline. Okay.
Yes, we very much are.
Please don't get mad.
Oh wait, this is great. Help me win and you get V-Bucks. anyone who knows children in Fortnite are all over that statement.
Get some Robux out here.
That's right. Yes, we're talking about a storyline. Go ahead.
Yes, we're talking about a storyline here. Dom might be a little deprived. Okay. He used to be every single week. He was with Rhea. Rhea was whispering the sweet nothings. He had mommy by his side. He was taken care of every single week with Rhea around. It's been a while since Rhea's been around. It's been what, 2 months? 2 months, right?
Yeah,
she got hurt just after WrestleMania. Yeah, about 2 months.
Yeah.
Joel, you go 2 months without being taken care of. That first time you're taken care of again, you got that look on your face because it's been a little while, you know?
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say this is all he had that look because it was Liv doing this. If it was Rhea just being back, the look might have been. The look is back in the eyes of the Dom. But like that's all I'm trying to say here is maybe it's not so much Liv. Maybe it's just so much he has not been taken care of on television because mommy has not been around. That's all I'm saying.
Now, here's the one fatal potential flaw in the argument. We have seen Liv Morgan come out of private rooms, followed by Dominic Mysterio as well. Who's to say those things weren't already happening? Finn Balor also once got out of a car with Liv Morgan, and that was equally awkward. Just saying.
Maybe they were just having conversations. Can people not talk, Joel? Why are we making this something else? People are allowed to have conversations.
That's fair. People are absolutely allowed to have conversations. I think Ryan in the chat points it out. Great. Could have been Carlito taking care of Tom as part of his initiation of Judgment Day. Oh God, we are a problematic group.
They're just friends out here. They're in the same room. That's okay. You are allowed to just have conversations. Finn and Liv have history. Remember, Liv was part of the Bullet Club.
She still is. Once you're in, you never leave. It's Hotel California. You don't leave.
Guess so.
There's only been one person.
They have history. So, they have history. So I think Finn is, just checking in on his old pal, Liv Morgan, and he's looking out for Dom as well. He knows the relationship between Dom and mommy. He wants to make sure Dom isn't ruining this for some side woman over here.
Okay, I'm listening to it. Listen, we're being told that we're overanalyzing this because they're just friends. Friends often make each other look like this. Listen, Liv Morgan's being a seductress.
Wow, Joel, do you not have females who are friends?
Not that make me do that when they touch me. That's right. It's just Liv is playing seductress, and it's something that Dom hasn't experienced before when being courted. When Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio got together, it was different. It wasn't as forward as Liv has been with Dominic. Dominic is being seduced by the Siren, and it's a good character right now because what happens when Rhea comes back? That's the other side of the coin. Rhea's going to come back and she's going to see how everything has changed. Liv Morgan has the Women's World Championship. Her man is, maybe in her sights. Does she still have Dominic? Does she not? Does Judgment Day still have, Rhea's back? There are a lot of what's happening moments. There's a lot of potential for swerves. There's a lot of ways that this story can go. It all comes down to what happens when Rhea comes back, and she's going to be a huge baby face. She is going to be cheered, and that's going to be that's going to be important to how they tell the story when she comes back. Because you can't just have her show up and, like I said on Monday, she can't just show up and like be hurt and be upset, stupid baby face. She's got to look smarter, and she's got to look like she's going after Liv Morgan for the things she got stolen from her.
Well, yeah. She watches the product. Maybe she doesn't, bless. But she would watch the product when she's gone, so she would be there, or she would see what's happening in front of her. Since all this is happening on television. You know what this storyline needs, though, Joel?
What's that?
It needs secret notes. Haven't had any secret notes. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, let's do that.
We need a note that might be from Rhea, but maybe Liv wrote the note. Maybe Finn wrote the note. We need a good secret note where people think it's from one person because it's signed by that person, but maybe it's not really from that person.
Maybe a burn book? Do we need a burn book too?
No.
Okay.
That's Mean Girls.
Well, yeah, I just figured we'd cross streams a little bit. No? It's because we
should never
really
cross streams.
Okay, that's fair. Listen, we kind of peaked on Monday when we talked about Dom Manor. And we put together that whole thing. Thanks to
we can't rehash that whole story.
No, you can't. You got to go back. Main channel Monday. We really went on one. We got to clip that, put it on this channel because it was oh man, it was the answer to every part of life's problems. But Liv is currently taking on a role that puts her at the front of the program on Raw, and I really appreciate that. And you've got Damian Priest too. He's starting to look more like world champion with the gold than he has over the last little while, and that is good stuff too. They've made the match with Drew McIntyre. It's going to be happening Clash at the Castle. I do enjoy that the creative is going to have a bit of a challenge at their hands, because Drew is going to get cheered at home and Judgment Day aren't, and it's kind of the other way around right now on WWE TV stateside. They're going to have to kind of remedy that. What do you think?
I mean, Damian's beating up Rey Mysterio, so it's not like he's the biggest babyface in the world.
So everybody sucks, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of two heels facing at Clash at the Castle, but obviously Drew's going to get cheered because they're in his hometown. So I think they're going about it the largely correct way. Is you can't fully turn Priest at this moment. It's like when they did with Rhea and Nia in Australia. Like, it was essentially two heels. You knew Rhea was going to get cheered, so instead of booking her against a baby face that was going to get booed, they're like, oh, well, we'll just book her against a heel and she'll look good. And that worked. It's the same thing here. And I think that's the way to go about it.
One thing that was interesting to me was when they did that Rhea match, they largely kept her away from Judgment Day during the build to it. So they kind of they allowed her to get cheered while still associating with a team that was largely booed. This time, Damian Priest is very much integrated with his team, with his people. So there isn't an opportunity for him to get cheered. He's just going to keep getting booed. But Drew, he's just he's playing more to the babyface side of what he is doing as a heel, if that makes sense. Because he's being a truth-telling heel, but right now they're just like, okay, you know what? It's okay if you want to cheer for this. We're going to let you, because for the next couple of weeks, we kind of need you to do that, because it's going to be really weird if you suddenly get to Glasgow and he's getting the biggest pop of the night in the main event, Presume it made it. Well, maybe not. We'll see. But
No, that's headlining. What's going to headline over that?
that's the thing. I can't like the Cody match is not going to headline unless they give it a massive stipulation and a massive, angle at the end. But I don't think there is one. That's got to be the Drew match, in my opinion, too.
Yeah, it's a world title match. Even if it's Cody, even if it's a stipulation, unless you're having Drew lose, which I think would be promotional malpractice at this point, like you have to headline with Drew. And I don't think Drew's losing. And if you have Drew lose again in a co-main event, I hope you're prepared for the main event to just get shit on, because no one's going to care after Drew loses. So Drew's headlining that show. It doesn't matter what else is on this card.
Do you think for sure that Drew's winning this match?
Yes.
There's a part of me that wonders if they want to keep it on Priest until SummerSlam. Because does Drew, if Punk is back, if CM Punk is cleared, I know others have said this, and I tend to agree. I don't think it needs a world title, let alone any title, to begin with. You can start with it as just the two guys wanting to beat the shit out of each other and then turn it into a title match down the line. I don't know if it's like an immediate world heavyweight championship feud as at this moment. Like, you could have CM Punk screw over Drew again and then start whatever run that is.
You can't keep doing this with Drew. You can't. I know as a heel now, and like it makes a little bit more sense, but you did this at Clash of the Castle with Roman, and that, like, fine, you kind of got...
You fix it. You fix it by having Tyson Fury come out and just sing another song. Karaoke night at the castle.
No, you can't keep doing this to Drew of... He's a big, giant failure. Like, it's not good to just make him fail all these times. That's why I thought he needed a win at WrestleMania, and he did, and at least they played that off well with the Punk stuff, and then the cash in, fine, that worked. You can't now have him lose to Priest and fail again. Like, what's his argument? Like, he can only do the argument of I've been screwed over so many times to where people stop buying it. And people are like, okay, dude, we get it. You've been screwed over, but also you're just a big old loser. And as good as you are on the microphone, sometimes you can't out-talk loserdom. And if he loses this match, it's going to be tough to out-talk that. Even if Punk interferes, get like hometown as well. Don't do that to those people. It would not be good. It just would not be good if Drew loses this.
What if Drew loses because the Wyatt Six come back and they cost him the match? Because clearly the Wyatt Six they're coming back for everyone at this point, according to whoever you ask on any given day. No? The look on your face just tells a tale. I could see.
I like the Wyatts. I look forward to the Wyatt Six. I don't want them to ever wrestle, but I look forward to them. I don't need them in this, though. So we'll claim our Scotland wrestler is going to go 0-3 at Clash. Piper's not winning. Piper's not beating Bayley. So that's a hometown loss right there. Who else is booked for this show, Scotland-wise?
Who else is Scottish? I'm trying to think who else is Scottish on that card. There's Piper. There's
Will said 0-3, so I believe I'm just like missing.
No, someone had mentioned, and I forget. The women's tag team champions.
Oh yeah. If they face Jade and Bianca, they ain't winning.
What if they win, though? What if they did win? Those tag titles, meaningless. You can get through it. Scottish too hottish. That's the new name for that team.
You can't. You can't go 0-3. Drew's got to win. He's just got to.
It's got to be, but that's the thing. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Listen, they're already the world women's tag team champions in my book. We should probably let them actually hold them on the television program.
I'm fine with Bianca and Jade losing. I've said that Jade should probably take a loss sooner rather than later, just get it out of the way instead of having to do this protected booking. But it ain't to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, no offense.
So there is a really interesting piece of storytelling that I'm surprised people haven't caught on, at least that I haven't seen people talk about it in the circles that I follow. And that's that Jade is the one who keeps putting her and Bianca in these matches, these impromptu matches. She's the one who gets hot and says, let's have a match. Let's fight. She did it. That's how the indie match came about. That's how the tag match on Monday came about. That's how the match against the Scottish Two Hottish is going to come about. That's how the tag team title match at in Saudi, that's how that came about, was because Jade got upset and Jade said, let's fight. I'll go talk to Aldis. I'm going to do it. It's never once been Bianca Belair being like, hold on, or trying to be like, let's think strategically. It's always been Jade acting quickly, and that should be what eventually cost them their women's tag titles.
Right, but Bianca's taking a loss in that because she's the one that's banged up with the knee injury and everything. I don't think Jade is going to still take the loss.
Right, but
any of the tag matches.
Yeah, you can still tell a story down the line that like Jade still caused this.
Yeah.
Instead of letting Bianca heal up or get a week off or whatever. Yeah, like, Jade Cardona is always ready. Big pump kick. Anyway, I wanted to put it out there because I haven't seen anyone talk about it, but I've noticed that every time there has been a fight set up, it's been because Jade loses her cool and says, let's fight. And Bianca is just like, okay, let's fight. Trying to be a friend here. Let's go. We got a super chat earlier from Vargov saying, just wanted to thank you guys for all the work you do. I listen to ITW live whenever I can, and I watch the video the next day. If I can't catch it live, it's giving me so much needed escape. Much love. Well, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. We appreciate We appreciate you popping by and showing us that love. There you go. Will Chisholm adds on. That's how Jade lost to Nia. She got mad. That's it. That's exactly it. That's another piece of the puzzle right there. She needs to control her anger eventually.
Maybe.
Who's going to win the men's Money in the Bank briefcase? Is Jey Uso going to do it for the family? Do it for the main event?
Who's in the match?
Well, he is.
Depends on who's in it. LA Knight's probably going to be in it. Yeah.
Ludwig Kaiser.
That's interesting.
Be a very dainty walk up the ladders.
LA Knight's probably going to beat Logan Paul for that title, though.
I think so. We've been talking about that for a little while too. I think most people have, but it seems like it's inevitable. I said they should do it at SummerSlam. I don't care that it's in Cleveland. We've already had Logan Paul swear off Cleveland and say it's a land full of losers. That's why he left. He'll come out, they'll announce him from Puerto Rico, and that'll be it.
Yeah, I don't think Cleveland cares if Logan Paul wins. Like they'll be way more excited for an LA Knight victory.
Besides, at that point, he would have already beaten his brother Jake in the boxing match.
That would be, I guess, like 2 weeks before if they kept the July 20th date, which they aren't going to do. I'm going to laugh when this thing gets rescheduled for August 3rd or 4th, whenever SummerSlam is.
That'd be fantastic. Listen, I already said it once and I'll say it again. The biggest winners of that postponement were TNA Wrestling, and now we can all sit around the TV and watch Slammiversary as a family.
Oh, no.
What? Where were you going to watch it?
I think AEW won a little bit as well, too, because that's when their Arlington residency was, and people were going to go to the big, giant boxing fight over the small-time wrestling event that they can watch 5 straight weeks of.
That is a fair point. But maybe the overflow from the fight would have gotten people to go to the esports arena, because it's not too far, is it, from the stadium? I think someone mapped it out. I think someone mapped it out, and it was like maybe a 10-minute walk or a 5-minute drive from the actual venue.
Yeah, but I don't know, overflow. That fight wasn't going to go on until after 10 o'clock anyway. Maybe people just leave Collision and then head over to the fight.
Just as well. Maybe Collision tapes a little early. Collision already does air early because they'll be in Texas. So it would start at 8 o'clock. Yeah, but there's a time change.
Oh, I'm just basing everything off the Eastern time zone anyway.
Right. That's fair. Anyway, if you do 2 hours, you just have the show down the road. that you can go to, and no one will have a problem.
If you want to, I'm using 8. Like the Jake Paul fight wouldn't start until 10:11 Eastern, which would be after Collision.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah. So we're on this. Yeah, I got it.
If you want to surmise that into Texas time, go for it. It doesn't really change anything. The time is the time.
Right. Nobody really likes Texas time anyway. It's fake time. Wilchism sent a super chat saying, if Drew loses, I would have Drew win Money in the Bank because he said he hates it because he got cashed in on twice. It would go right against his gimmick. That's an interesting take. I don't know if Drew winning Money in the Bank would be. It would be funny because he would be such a hypocrite, but it would also just be a little bit of, I don't know. I don't see it. What do you think about Drew winning Money in the Bank? But they do the there's a seventh man brother and they hit his music at the very end of the match.
If Drew loses, that feels like the only way to salvage things is if he wins Money in the Bank, and this is how he has to get the title. Because I just can't. If he loses, it's going to be so tough to salvage that. So tough. Money in the Bank will help because then he can taunt Priest, or if Punk beats Priest, he can taunt him with it and then win off of that. But Drew's just got to win at Clash at the Castle. Don't overthink this kind of stuff. Just have Drew win and move on, go forward with the Punk feud, because I assume Punk will be back soon. I mean, he's rehabbing, he's off TV, he's gotten physical a couple times. Like, it feels like he's closer to returning. Maybe he's not, but seems like he might be. Punk costing Drew at Clash.
There are multiple. So again, going back to the Liv thing with there being multiple options on the table, I like this because you can have Punk cost Drew. Yeah, that's one thing. Other people are mentioning, Finn Balor going and having an altercation with Damian Priest during the match, after the match, whatever. There are multiple ways you can do it. Drew wins the title. The next night on Raw, Damian gets jumped out of Judgment Day. There's that. Finn helps Drew retain at Clash of the Castle. The next night, Finn and Damian have some sort of words. Damian maybe gets jumped out of Judgment Day, or it's the battle for the world title and the head of Judgment Day, whatever you can call it. And then Drew and Punk start whatever they're going to start. Punk being at Glasgow is almost a lock because Punk said as much the last time we saw him on TV. Said it off camera, you could hear it picked up or said it on camera to the camera off the microphone, but you caught it on the camera pickup. He said he's going to be there. He said he's going to be there and he will make good on his promise. There are a few options that you have. If you're going to have Finn and Priest feud somewhere down the line, which it feels like they got to heat up Finn again. It feels like it's time to start maybe doing something more big time with Finn. I don't know what that looks like, but I don't know. Maybe it's the opportunity he's been waiting for that isn't, flip-flopping on a turnbuckle.
Sean Garner makes a good point that we've kind of overlooked is Gunther gets a title shot at SummerSlam.
Yes, he does.
He won King of the Ring. Like, I don't know quite what that looks like. If Drew's the champion, if Priest is the champion, I don't know if Punk's going to be the champion. But yeah, Gunther gets a title shot at SummerSlam. And if it's Drew or Priest, unless you're turning Priest, it's heel against heel again. And you don't have the hometown babyface reaction for this one. So I don't know quite how they get to Gunther. They'll have Money in the Bank. Maybe Money in the Bank, it gets maybe Punk's the champion going into. I don't know if I'm putting Punk against Gunther though.
No, God, if you never want to see Punk again, then yes, but I wouldn't do that. Returning Giovanni Vinci spoils Gunther's win at SummerSlam. I don't know if that's the plan. But listen, it's good to point out that Gunther has the SummerSlam title match. I could see it being Gunther and Priest, and Gunther beating Priest in not quickly, but pretty convincingly. And then the night after Raw, JD or Judgment Day kicks out Priest. Maybe that's the moment. because I don't think you need Drew
then
versus Gunther. Because then what
I
are we doing?
can't.
Because then what are we doing? Because if Drew is the champion going into SummerSlam, Gunther losing that title match just feels kind of wasteful in a way, because the real story is Drew and Punk, and that's why I don't think it needs the title if you have Gunther going for the World Heavyweight Championship. And for those who were mentioning, he can go for Cody, no, it's already locked in that Gunther gets the World Heavyweight Championship. He gets the title on the brand that he is set to.
That's dumb. Wrong. Gunther should just be like, fuck all that. Let me just go after Cody.
No, he's gonna have AJ Styles for the third time. Oh, Wendy, it's gonna happen.
Gunther should just go after Cody. That makes the most sense out of all of this. I don't. Drew losing at Clash at the Castle just seems so dumb. But
it depends how he loses.
No, it doesn't. No,
yes,
it doesn't.
It does. There are ways to make a loss not feel like a loss, or at least make it a little more, or a little less emphatic, a little less noticeable.
So Punk cost them. That's the way to do it. I would much rather. We've seen that with Punk. Punk cost them the first time with Priest, and then Priest cashing. You're going to do this in the hometown of Scotland. I would much rather CM Punk comes out at Clash, and his own stupidity gets in the way, and he actually costs Priest, and Drew wins, and then Drew is on Raw and you dummy. You see, you were all talking all this big game, and you thought you were going to come out here, and you thought you were going to cost me again. You couldn't let your hatred from me go. You had to travel all the way to Scotland because you thought you were going to cost me this title again. And what happened? You screwed up like you always screwed up. You tried to kick me, you tried to hit me, and you hit Damian Priest. You big old idiot. And now I'm the champion. And then Priest has a reason to be mad at Punk. And maybe you can do something there. And then you can do Drew and Gunther. Having Drew lose in Scotland, especially if Punk is going to cost him, is stupid. It's very stupid.
Fair. I could just see Drew winning. It is going to be about. It is going to be about. Sorry, losing. I can see Drew losing. It is going to be about how they play that up, and if they make it so emphatic that he lost, then that's a huge deal. But again, there are ways to lose while winning. There are ways to win while losing. Yes, you look at Gunther. Gunther loses the Intercontinental Championship. What happens next? He leans back into it.
Gunther held the title for 666 days.
He did. He was dominant.
This isn't like this guy just took a loss out of nowhere. He held the title for 666 days.
Listen, we can talk about people who hold titles, or we can talk about people who don't get to hold titles. So what do you want to do?
What, is that a shot at our guest? Because our guest seems very confused about this.
It's not really a shot. It's more like an opportunity. And there will be an opportunity. We're all looking for opportunities.
Let's ask Cole how he would. Cole's a booker.
Yes. He's our
now.
I mean, I like your NFL Street shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Joel, what the fuck was that, pal?
Well, first of all, hold on. Forget what I just said. How comfortable are you right now? God damn.
Listen. You're the king of Wreckship Mountain. You live in comfort, baby.
Live. Is that a beanbag chair?
Twitch Mountain. No, it's not a beanbag chair. Who do you think I am?
Is that one of those? That's one of those old sinky, the bucket chair. It's not a bucket chair. It's like a
kind of close. Yeah.
Yeah. I know those chairs.
Yeah, what was that, man?
What was what?
Guys that don't hold titles.
Yeah, well, Joel taking shots.
Listen, I'm not taking shots. I'm just saying that on Sunday, a lot of people held that world championship. What happened to you?
Nick Gage held it. Jimmy Lloyd held it. Then
Did Charles Mason technically hold it?
Technically.
Brother, I was just waiting for an opportunity. Okay. And I never cashed in. I still have the brass ring.
That's fair. You do. Absolutely. Nobody's taking that away from you. You attempted. Unfortunately, you were stopped.
Disrespectfully, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, Steph DeLander, a little jerk. Just
Yeah, like what the hell was that for? But I see it. I see the games we're playing. It's all good.
Cole, let's ask
Noted.
Cole how he would book this. How would you book Drew McIntyre against Damian Priest at Clash of the Castle? Who goes over?
I don't know. Yeah, it's more or less just looking at what the future holds for each guy and what direction you would want to go with it. Well, you want to get what you can get the most out of any situation. So, I don't. That's what I would go with.
Cole, you can't have Drew lose in his hometown. Why are we doing this? What are we doing?
Listen, what makes sense?
It doesn't make sense for the guy
who
sold all the tickets to lose again after he lost last time at Clash of the Castle, and they tried to make good on it by having him sing American Pie with Tyson Fury.
Bye, give me some American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee till the levee was dry.
No, I'm all about
and
this.
This will be the day that I die.
It's great.
And this will be the day that I die. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and wine.
I feel bad for whoever.
This will be the day that I die.
I feel bad for whoever is from Indiana. Who's from Indiana that's booked on the Smitty? Because clearly you're going to have them lose because you don't care about the hometown people.
As long as
are you going to bring in Caitlin Clark and have her lose, Cole?
Caitlin Clark would score a triple-double, and there's 3 rounds at Smitty. So if she gets a triple-double, she's putting up points throughout the whole thing. You would think, right? But
she's going to lose, according to you.
She was not born in Indiana.
The hometown favorite just loses. What are we doing out here, everybody?
Listen. We have the 2 people that we actually currently have announced for Smitty are both from Indiana. Rachel Armstrong, who has competed in Europe, Germany, recently just competed for GCW in Chicago. And then we have Dylan Cole, who's a second-generation wrestler out of Shelbyville, Indiana, trained at the New Era Wrestling Academy in Shelbyville. Great academy, great people, great trainers. Shout out to them. There's very few wrestling schools in the state of Indiana, and I feel like that's one of the better ones. So hit them up if you're looking to do wrestling. Sorry, cheap plug there. That's one of the places to give me a start. But Dylan Cole's a great second-generation wrestler. He's very new into the game. He's probably been wrestling about at most 4 years, but I think it's closer to like 2 or 3. And I'm excited to see what they both do in this tournament. And we have this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Bye. Okay, we're good. We're done. But yeah, we got some more announcements. If we sell 5 more tickets to the Smitty today, we had announcement number 3 coming. This is a wrestler not from the state of Indiana who is making. You don't know. Listen, Joel. Listen, my pal. This guy right here, right? This guy.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Said
Cole's very good at the camera.
Yeah, I'm professional, brother. This guy right here
knows how to work the camera. That's right.
For 2 years, that guy has said, "Oh, you need to run the Smitty again. I'm going to come to the Smitty." He says, "I've announced the Smitty." You know who said one thing? Who has not said one thing to me about it? That guy.
Now he's
posted on Twitter once or twice.
Now
I'll give you that.
Okay. I will.
Hold on.
Oh, no, hold on.
No.
What is happening?
Hold on.
I thought my friend would be excited. That's all.
Let's hang tight for a second. I will play mediator here. Jeremy, who is currently looking at the screen in bewilderment for the audio listeners out there, and Cole, who is looking up, gazing longingly at Jeremy. Maybe I should do the same. Now, Jeremy, You have, for a fact, said multiple things about this upcoming Smitty tournament. August 23rd.
Correct.
On our show. You've talked about
Spencer,
it.
Indiana.
Yes.
Spencer,
Tickets now
Indiana.
available.
Yes.
Message at Cole Radrick.
That's
Correct.
right. Now, however, while you have said multiple positive things about the event returning and the fact that you would like to be a part
I'm
of it,
getting
and so on and so
legit
forth,
heated over this.
how have you not reached
I
out
am
to
too.
now?
My friend is not
Your
excited.
Why is your friend? Why have you not reached out to your friend? We've talked about it here.
You know what? I have to hold the Pat McAfee autographed Colts helmet in for emotional support right now because
This
I'm really hurt here,
white
Jeremy.
bitch below me is trying to call me out.
You're gonna have to apologize on ESPN for that. They're gonna make you apologize.
God bless.
Who has written? Name another website that has written multiple
MidwestTerritory.com.
articles.
MidwestTerritory.com.
Multiple articles.
Shout out Chad
Who?
French, MWT.
Fine.
Midwest Territory. Chad French.
Sure. I like Chad. Multiple
Exactly.
articles.
He's a good guy.
Multiple articles
I admit, yes, you have. Yes,
on
yes.
Fightful, arguably the top wrestling website out there. Multiple articles on this tournament. Who, and I know you don't know this because I don't like to brag about things, Cole, but who, the moment this was announced, my wife will confirm this. I'll take this computer. I'll go to the calendar right now, except I don't want to show off our personal lives that much.
Yeah, not a good idea.
The moment this tournament was announced, I went to my wife and I said, "Are we doing anything August 23rd?" And she's like, "That is 2 months away. I don't know what we're doing in 2 hours, much less 2 months. Why? What's up?" I said, "That is the Smitty. That is the tournament that Cole is going to hold, and I got to be there." I wrote this on our calendar. My wife will confirm I don't write shit on our calendar. She handles all of that. She's much smarter than me. I don't write a damn thing on our calendar. But this, I wrote on the calendar, Cole Radrick.
Was it legible?
That was what I was
No, my
gonna
handwriting
say.
sucks.
Yeah. I've seen the handwriting of both. I know whose handwriting is more legible.
That's not my fault that my handwriting sucks. I wrote it about as beautifully as I could.
Whose
given my handwriting.
Whose fault is it? The school system?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
School
Just
system in
making
North Carolina? Are you kidding me?
That's
Garbage.
very good
Absolute
point.
garbage.
Yeah, that's true. I got a message from the anonymous ITW general manager saying they can confirm what you have said.
Thank you.
Now, hold on. Because of all this, it's fine. You can confirm it all, and you've been putting in the work as you always do to promote the event, but you didn't reach out to your friend to be a part of it.
I've asked on air publicly. I bullied him into doing this in the first place.
No.
That's not how you get booked, brother. You know. Well, I mean, in some cases it is. But
Yeah,
that's
it
not
is. You
how get
bully
booked on
people,
this
and then I
show.
get booked. Isn't that how it works?
That's how we get booked. That's not how you get booked on this show.
He bullied me coming onto the show, by the way.
I didn't want to take spots.
Hashtag release your tweets.
I didn't want to reach out to Cole and be like, "Hey," I've said to him, "Hold on, I'm getting heated, everybody, heated,
Emotional.
heated,
Emotional.
on."
Look at him.
On.
Emotional.
I'm very emotional. Very.
I didn't even.
On May 8th, which I believe. Quit talking. Both of you. Quit talking. On May 8th. You're muted. I don't. You can do your Steve Austin impression. You are muted. On May 8th, I messaged Cole. And I said, tag me at anything you announce. I'll make sure it gets covered. Offer stands on coming on any of our shows to promote. And I said, I just want to sweep the ring. So I have reached out to try to do something on the show. I said I would promote it. I said Cole can come on any of our shows like he is today. And I said, all I want to do is sweep the ring. That's it. I don't want to take a bump. Nobody wants to watch all of that. I want to sweep the ring. That's all I want to do.
I love you, pal.
Am I booked on this show or not? I'll stop promoting it. I won't come to the show. I won't promote the show. I'll bury the show if I have to.
Joel, how's your day been, pal?
It's been okay. You know, I Was up at 6 a.m. I missed the bus to where I was supposed to go. Came home, cleaned up. Here we are. It's been a day. Now, Cole, if I were to make my trip over to Spencer, Indiana on August 23rd, sorry, could I participate in the event at the Smitty?
In what form would you?
I don't think I would be one to take a bump. I'm not exactly trained for such a thing. At least I'm upfront and honest about that. But I'm sure there's something else we could figure out. Maybe a guest ring announcer spot for a match, or maybe a guest commentary spot, something like that.
I think we could work something out.
Okay.
I think me and you definitely could work something out. Jeremy, yes, Indiana does have Spencer shops. Shout out. I mean, I think me and Jerry can work something out if he wants to come hang out, be a homie, tell a homie.
I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna be
whatever
there.
you need me to do. Just
we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, and then I'm gonna introduce y'all to both the pizza pantry.
Is what I'm gonna do.
No, you're not. You're gonna hug me.
I am gonna give you a big hug. That's.
I'm gonna give you a hug too, brother. I know it's gonna be a good time, bro. The Smitty is literally like, I have put so much time and mental effort into it already. We got some good things going on. Got some notes here, so forgive me. Got to put my little, Booker hat on, promoter hat on, whatever you want to call it. A couple notes for this Smitty is there is a huge VIP party before. It's going to have snacks, food, drinks. We will have Mouse, shout out at Robert Bellamy, aka Mouse3911 on Twitter, father of Billy Starks, and local trash photographer. But he's going to be there taking professional photos of all VIP people with SpongeBob Patrick. There will also be 3 raffles. We got 2 kids gift basket raffles, and then we have a 50-50 raffle that will also include some gift cards to not local spots, but like places like Walmart, McDonald's, in a nice dinner spot like Applebee's, because stay classy. There's going to be a lot of good things going on, and we got a whole bunch of cool surprises. I've already been working on some cool setup stuff for it, and it is literally the coup de grace. If this show fails, I will never be seen again.
It's not gonna.
Oh, that's sad.
It is such a big deal to me. So very excited to do it. Very excited for the show, and August 23rd, Spencer, Indiana. VIP opens 6:30. Normal doors 7. And then show starts 7:30. Over by 10 p.m. Get home, get the kiddos to sleep.
Oh, I'm all for that one.
Professional, baby.
The Owen Valley Sports Complex, for those
Absolutely.
The venue in which it is happening.
Correct. Owen Valley Sports Complex. My dad took me to see my first ever live pro wrestling show there when I was 5 years old, and I am currently the latest person to bring pro wrestling to Spencer, Indiana. I have brought shows there since, I believe, 2017, 2018, when I was 3-4 years into the business, with the help of Mikey Guess at New Wave Pro, which is where I trained at. And to be able to bring pro wrestling back to Spencer, to me personally, is a huge deal. Spencer is where I grew up. There's not a lot of entertainment outside of the yearly fair or the Apple Butter Festival or the farmers market. So it is very important to me to bring something to my community that can bring fun entertainment for the kids to do on a Friday, Saturday night. It's affordable. It's like going to the movies, getting, popcorn, whatever. And it is something that you can go to for, 3 hours and lose yourself into the fun world of professional wrestling and all these characters that we're going to have. And it's going to be a show that no matter if you're 5 or 55, you're going to have a great time at. It's going to have something for a lot of cool surprises we have coming up. So I'm very excited to do it. It's very important to me, and very blessed to be able to do it. Shout out Fry Towing and Recovery. Joe Fry is recently the guy that just bought the Owen Valley Sports Complex, and he's actually a big reason why we're able to bring wrestling back to Spencer. So I want to shout him out real quick.
One, I just saw your new name on this platform.
Absolutely.
2, I have an idea for what I can do. Okay. What if I teach everyone how to blow bubbles?
So Joel, what are your interests for the show?
Come on!
What
You go like this.
I like
You
bubble.
spin around. Stop. Double take 3 times.
That would be a little fun.
2, 3. Pelvic thrust.
Okay, no.
Step on your right foot. Don't forget it.
This
Bring it
sounds like
around town.
around town.
Bounce once. Bounce twice. A bunch of shapes and stuff.
I'm starting to think we found the intermission.
Tie yourself in a knot.
Thumbs up.
Did you? Why? Did you work hard to get that bubble effect real quick? You worked so hard, and you're just buying extra time. Just you're like, where's the bubble?
I forgot I could do like the bubble with the
Hey,
thumbs up.
I was impressed.
Did it pop up? I didn't.
Yeah,
even know.
it did.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that
was
worked out
perfect.
really well
It
then.
went like this.
Yeah,
You know?
just the whole thing.
Oh, if I was better, I would have planned that.
What
If
about
I
the other?
was-
Do the other balloons.
It was pretty
Do
decent.
The other
I
bubbles.
can, oh yeah, I can do balloons. Yeah, hold on. There we go. Do balloons. You know, I can do a
That
heart.
freaked
We'll
us
do a heart
out
for
once.
Cole.
Can you get some
Yeah,
hearts?
look at that.
We have our intermission right here. This is the entertainment for intermission.
We could
I
do
will
that.
teach the kids how to blow balloons. There. I feel this is a good use for me.
I think we could figure something out. We have a little over 2 months, and I think we could figure out some fun things. I have some ideas. I got some people to work with, and if we could get you guys to do something, I think that's a fun idea.
Joel's
Well,
not
I don't
actually
know-
going to be there. He's
I don't know if you're going
lying.
to see me at this meeting. I don't think you're going
Yeah,
to see me.
see?
There,
Joel's
on.
a fake fan out here.
I'm not a fake fan because I'm going to see Cole at GCW in Toronto instead. That's a month earlier.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to be there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to see.
Absolutely.
You. We'll try and link up and do some stuff.
Joel, are you going to watch the stream whenever we post the Smitty video?
That's the plan. I didn't realize y'all were going to do a posting of a stream. When you do, I
Well,
will watch it.
Live on Rec Twitch Fountain, more than likely. That or a YouTube stream. I'm honestly not too sure. Yeah, I want to look into the options of it. But yeah, there are some very creative things going on in just the video production side for the Smitty, and I think the presentation of it is going to be in its own unique form, and I'm very excited for the final product of it.
Anything that presents the wrestling in a different way, give it to me. I'll watch it. I'll try it out.
I am very excited for this. I am the term in my bag, they would say, for the Smitty, and we're gonna have some fun. August 23rd in Spencer, Indiana.
Jeremy's going to be there. I'm going to be there in spirit.
I refuse to promote it after how I've been treated today.
Come on, pal.
I'm gonna be there. You know I'm gonna be there.
You know what's funny is
It's
that
written on my calendar.
Cole keeps going for the microphone that's over his head, but I'm 99% sure it's not the microphone
It is.
that's picking up right now.
Oh.
If you go into your settings and you can confirm that real quick, I'd be just laughing. It's totally not that one. You got to set it to Blue Yeti.
What the fuck?
What mic were you using? Was it just your
Probably-
computer mic?
Is this correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, now it's correct.
that's the one.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
You know how it works.
Are we doing karaoke at this show? I'm all in on that.
Listen, we're trying to make money, not.
Yeah, fair.
I did
I've made some
karaoke.
money with my karaoke performance. I got a
Oi.
shirt. Look at this. Taylor Swift karaoke champ. I got a whole damn shirt.
I mean, by technicality, I feel like, she's also Super Bowl champ. Kind of
Yeah.
made into it. She was there. Jeremy is all in.
I'll do some shake it off. Shut the place down, literally.
Well, I have a group of people that might be doing like a during the VIP party / when we're getting doors open from 7 to 7:30. I was thinking about doing maybe a 15-minute like this hype segment, talking about like a panel, almost you could say, for the Smitty. So maybe we could work on something like that if that would be something you're interested in. And if you don't want to, I could cry myself to sleep, and we don't have to worry about it.
I'm down to do whatever you need me to do. I'm here for you, Cole. I'm here for you. You might not believe it. You might just come on the show to make fun of me.
You might be the guy. You might be the guy that we have that goes to concession stand and orders a burger, and then he takes 2 steps, takes a bite, he goes, "There's no pickles in my burger."
I don't like pickles in my burger anyway. But yes, flats.
Yeah, you're just gonna have them underneath your tongue.
Yeah, exactly. Then the short order cook that you guys hire he's doubting his skills as a fry cook, and I don't want him to lose confidence like that though.
I feel like that's not very nice of you, but you're still going to steal the pickles to teach him a lesson in humility, and I respect that out of you. You know,
whatever you need, whatever
I would understand. I appreciate you, Lou. Listen, I'm bringing entertainment here.
Anything.
Oh,
we published a lot.
Yeah,
I've
promoted.
I've brought at least a solid 25 minutes of heat, Jeremy. Like I don't. Am I lying here, Joel? Am I lying or am I dying?
I think you got it. I think honestly, when you show up, the best content happens.
And I barely get invited.
I don't think we ever.
Isn't that crazy? Jeremy, have I ever said no to coming onto the show?
No, no, absolutely not.
Joel, you know
I messaged you yesterday and I was just like, hey.
Very rare.
Well,
I've seen it.
You get asked all the time.
3-4 times. I've seen a minimum 3 to 4 times people saying.
Well, the thing
you're going to be on this show monthly to promote
weekly
the Smitty.
Weekly. God dang, let's go.
I
know you'd do it.
What else am I doing, dog?
I know. That's why when I messaged you yesterday, I was like, hey, you want to come on and just talk about stuff? And I was like, here's the times we're live. I'll just send you the link. Come on whenever. And that's what we did. We didn't even have a scheduled time for you.
He literally messaged me and I go, oh shit, I was at work. My bad. Yeah, on my way. Here. 4 minutes later.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I get the message from Jeremy, be like, yeah, Cole's going to join us. We're going to talk about whatever because it's Cole, and we're always good. And he's like, no time. Don't worry about a link. I'll give it to him in the morning. And I'm like, oh, like Cole Hendry over here. Say his name and he appears.
Yeah, and you know how often the name gets called? Not enough, pal. It hurts. I'm always here. 7-Eleven, always open. Shout out Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, bust.
We're gonna have a weekly Cole promotion segment. Just come on.
Yeah, and it's me and you eventually fighting.
That's not
all right, Jeremy.
What is it with Fightful personalities getting into fights on their own platform for other shows?
Listen. I'm just hoping maybe Jeremy just feels a little inspired to show a little love to his dear old pal Cole.
Oh God,
right? His dear old pal
over here.
And maybe for the first time in forever, he'll be a little excited for this meeting. And we might even do an article, and I'll get a couple of the talent to talk to him.
Look at that. See, I can just remove him. I will not stand for any of this slander against my name. What do you want? What are you doing? Oh, you're showing feet for free? No, you can't show ankle and feet for free.
I got socks on, pal. Don't you?
He's smart enough to wear socks.
And shorts. Chill out, pal. All right. I'm just getting comfortable because if my friends at least sort of talk down to me, I'm gonna sit down like I'm in therapy and think about what's going on. All right, so it hurts.
Yeah, you're on screen. We just see like half of your face.
Well, because you just halfway killed me there, pal. So I'm holding on for the last bits of hope. Like a sponge drying out on the hot concrete of a parking lot when my friend just drops me and lets me down. But if you want to give the sponge water, you can order tickets for the Smitty August 23rd, Spencer, Indiana, at the Owen Valley Sports Complex. Tickets are now on sale. 100, going to be about 100, 200 people there.
Better than the farmer's market. That's the takeaway.
No, shout out the farmer's market in Spencer.
Hey man, listen, there's a farmer's market down the way from me that runs all summer, every Saturday morning. We go, we love it. We love the vendors there. We love the people there. I get it. It is a big deal to have a good farmer's market nearby. I get it. So sell it as bigger than the farmer's market.
Yeah, and it's a big deal to support your friends. That's why I always appreciate you, Joel. You know,
I always got your back, Cole.
real. Okay, let's see if I don't die here.
Cole, do you have anything to plug?
I think we just spent the last 20 minutes plugging it. Well, let's plug it some more.
This Thursday. Yeah, we're live. Half good. This Thursday, tomorrow, freelance wrestling, Chicago, Indiana, Jesus Christ, Chicago, Illinois, Emporium Bar. Me, Jordynne Oliver, 1-on-1. Let's freaking go, pal.
Let's go.
Let's go, champ. Friday, it's Jaddies. Busted in Blue, Cole Radrick, Alec Price take on Hayden Backlund and the whack ass Trevor Outlaw
Oh, is he going to come out to Creed
at Black
again?
Label Pro.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Chi-Town Spurs. I apologize immediately. I caught myself. This was on me. You know, sometimes we're all idiots. Sometimes we're not supportive of friends, and you know, and sometimes I just get the names wrong of sir. Yeah, there's East Chicago, Indiana, sir.
That's all he's
Appreciate
doing. Just showing love to East Chicago, Indiana.
Yeah. I love Chicago, Illinois. Love freelance wrestling. Love the energy there. And me and Jordynne Oliver are going to tear the house down, pal. And Jeremy, if you attend the Smitty in Spencer, Indiana on August 23rd, you'll see a lot of people tear the house down.
I don't know if you were sent this, Joel. My lovely wife sent me a photo of the calendar where it has written on there
Legend.
SpongeBob show. Hold on. Jeez.
Are you going to take a screen
I
cap?
clearly could not have written it. I've been on air the entire time. You can tell it's my
Allegedly.
handwriting over my wife's because it's awful.
There's a chance she could have brought the thing off the wall to you. And while you're yelling
I've
at
been
me,
sitting here
screaming
the
at me
whole
and making me
time.
cry.
What? I have been sitting here. Everyone has seen me.
Oh, the
There's
photo has
no
been
other way
shared.
this could have happened.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't get it.
Oh, here,
I'm gonna post it.
It checks out.
I got it.
Checks out.
I got it.
You got it. You're gonna post it on this thing.
Yes.
All right. As long as it doesn't
Right.
Everyone can
ruin
also
your
see my.
computer.
It's
Also,
probably not gonna.
shout out
Did it
Jerry
work?
Lambert's wifey.
I got the cropped version.
Okay, you post.
Yeah,
Clearly
I got
my
you.
internet's garbage.
It's not working so
Oh,
well for you right
God.
now. I'm gonna fix this up. I know this is just the wrong
Oh.
time to happen. Hi, Sean.
Hey guys, I am eating a it's what would be a sausage McGriddle, but in muffin form.
Hi, Sean.
How's it going, ma'am?
What?
Hey, we got to talk
Is
about
it
your
a
guy right
McMuffin?
here.
Yeah, let's talk about him.
Dude,
Wait, hold on.
Bitch.
so get this, right?
Hold on.
This white,
This is the proof. This
Look,
is the proof.
see?
There.
is that an A
Proof.
or an O?
Yeah, it looks
Is
like
that an A for
Hey, I got terrible handwriting.
SpongeBob Shaw.
That sounds like
I
one of the
have
guys
terrible handwriting.
That sounds like one of the guys I wrestled at Pawcade last month. SpongeBob Shaw.
It's just, listen, I get it. He's from Boston. SpongeBob Shaw.
Terrible handwriting.
What are
Don't
we
make fun
doing
of my
here?
handwriting. It's why everything
Been
else-
He
asking that for
writes
years.
for your website, bro.
That
Yeah,
is
but it's
true.
all on my computer.
Website, but he types.
Typing.
That's
Jeremy, would that be Lucha Legend SpongeBob Shaw?
Might be. Thank you, Chi-Town Spurs. Jeremy is right. Thank you.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
What do you
Allegedly.
mean allegedly?
John,
All I've
John.
been is attacked on my own show today.
Joel, please tell our friend Sean here that we've had a great time on our show.
We really have.
It's been a great time. We've done musical numbers. We've done great advertising. We shouted out the website because 4 years ago, Jeremy wrote one article and has now held it against me my entire life about the Smitty.
Bullied you into this show. I'm taking
And
full
the
credit
Smitty is
for it.
back.
Did
We
any of the
promoted it.
musical numbers feature copyrighted songs that are going to get me in trouble?
Nothing played audibly except my sweet, sweet voice.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That is an
Well, I mean,
accurate.
you do sound so much like the original track on a lot of songs that could get us in trouble.
Well, listen, voice of an angel, lips of an angel. Shout out Hinder.
Oh
we're
my
out here.
God. So I saw people locally going to a Hinder concert recently in my town.
Were they held against their will?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, first off, it's 2024. You're going to a Hinder concert. So I looked into it. The lead singer left like a decade ago. So not only are you going to see Hinder, you're
seeing
going
a different band.
Yeah, you're going to see a different band. Nobody's going there to see the guitarist of Hinder.
Yeah, or the drum. I mean, somebody might go see the drummer, but
Meanwhile, if you got like just 3 white guys together and said plain white tees, there you go. Or you got 4 fellas together and called them dem franchise boys and they started to sing their songs, would anybody know?
probably not.
Probably not. Probably not. So like this makes me want to put on like a Fire Fest super show, like a festival of just people pretending to be like just 3 random white dudes singing "Hey There Delilah." That's what I want.
But are they actually good singers? And you're just hoping
They
people
could pull it off.
Or are you just giving random people like, hey, here's $200, go out there, let's see what you got? Or are you like testing them like, okay, kind of sounds similar?
Their
Let it rock
confidence
and roll.
level would sell me on it for sure because I'm not listening to them beforehand.
Okay. You're just like, hey, you sing? Yeah. All right.
Yes.
I respect
You
that.
sing, we'll find out. That'd be the conversation.
Hey, so since this
You
is
sing,
a professional platform, Sean, give me a second, sir. He called me, this man right here.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. This man right here. He called me a white sumbitch, and I feel like you're technically like you're like ESPN.
Not true.
You're
No,
the legend.
no.
You're the man. Can you make him apologize? Because that's very hurtful. I came on the show
because
showing a lot
I
of
did not
respect.
call you.
He did call
No.
me a white son of a bitch. You did.
Because as Jeremy knows, one of the most important people in wrestling once called me a white motherfucker.
That's sick.
Yes.
You white? You a motherfucker? Sorry.
Yep. So I can't.
I called
feel
you
like
a white bitch. I called you a white bitch in reference to the great movies that the white chicks, but I have made it a rated R version. That's all. That's all that was. I meant it as a compliment.
Sean,
I'm sorry you took it the wrong
you
way.
and I both know I would never lie on this show. That would just be so disrespectful. And I know this guy has some form of conscience, but it's just not there, man.
I also just learned that Hinder's new lead singer is actually 6 years older than the original singer, which seems like the opposite direction I would go.
I'm sorry, King Pote's comment just killed me there.
How often do you replace your point guard with somebody that's about to age out?
He's been retired for 4 years, but he still has a handle on the ball.
Yeah. My God, they went and got Royce White to run the point guard position for Hinder.
Who is going to see Hinder in 20?
Well, Speedpunk says I'm from Oklahoma and I hate Hinder. So there you go.
Is Hinder based out of Oklahoma?
I think it's more the idea that they are music for rednecks or people in the South.
Are they?
I saw a Static X concert that got posted
as a half
year.
redneck. That's offensive as fuck. Okay, I'm sorry, Sean.
Well,
I saw that a Static X concert got posted in 4K from last year and did like 1 million views on YouTube, and it looked like a good show too.
I just tried to Google Hinder cage match to see, what their cage match rating was.
Could they ever
clearly, I try to Google.
Why are you on cage match, pal?
Let's see what their. Well, let me tell you, their last album got a 40 rating on Album of the Year, with one review saying
when
bad,
was their last
even for post grunge.
Yeah, when was it?
The opening line on one review is, "Oh boy, Hinder."
When did they come out with their last album? 2017 was
yeah.
their last album.
Here's a great line in this review. Theory of a Dead Man, Train, Hinder, Revile, Simple Plan, and My Chemical Romance are all bands that deserve way more hate than Nickelback, Limp Bizkit, or Crazy Town. Another review. Time for some butt rock.
Butt rock.
Well, has
We all love a little classic butt rock, okay?
Has Hinder ever had a WWF pay-per-view theme song?
It's a good thought.
I know every
They have a
other
song-
band from that era has.
They have a song called "Burn It Down." And Seth can start using that.
Well, maybe that's not the same one as Nickelback though. That's the song people like.
I don't think so. It'd be like early 2003, right?
Yeah, but that was the time. That's when Trapped and Puddle of Mud, Jars of Clay, Seasons of the Abyss, Stephen King's It,
Yeah.
the Tommy Knockers, other bands of that era would have been coming out with good music. Drowning Pool, I liked Drowning Pool actually. Saliva, I liked Saliva until Josie left. You know,
I'm leaving.
I'm about to say I'm leaving too.
All right.
Oh,
Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
August 23rd.
Bye, Cole.
The biggest show under the sea since 2019. 16 competitors.
What is he whispering?
Yeah. You can hear me, can you not?
He's promoting the show.
I am promoting the show. August 23rd.
Oh.
16 competitors. One trophy hat with 2 drinks available on each side. One winner. Jeremy Lambert probably getting put through a table at some point. Are you ready, kids?
Smitty. Yeah, thank you. You had to get the end point there. Otherwise,
You know, I'm glad, Joel. I appreciate you being excited for this, man, because I needed somebody on the show to match my energy, you know?
well, it's important. This is a big show. No one,
love you, Jeremy.
is as excited for the show as I am. Not even Jeremy Lambert.
I agree.
Known SpongeBob hater, Jeremy Lambert.
Look at this little SpongeBob I got, Cole. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Look at this cute little SpongeBob that I have.
That's sick, man. We have
Yeah.
also the gift baskets that we're giving away has a whole bunch of SpongeBob stuff in it. So don't worry, I got 3 of everything. So that because we have a whole SpongeBob themed hallway in our apartment.
I have a pineapple under the sea, a pineapple Lego, SpongeBob house.
Is that
got a
the
bunch
Five
of
Below? Is that
SpongeBob
the
stuff.
Five Below one?
Maybe.
I was about to say because I think we have I think it's 7 out of there's 7 of them, but we have 5 and we have not put them together yet. So I'm pretty excited for that.
I have a bunch of SpongeBob stuff just here on my desk and around in my room. I'm going to win the SpongeBob cards on the SpongeBob coin game tomorrow.
Let's go.
It's gonna be a big day.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the
August
Smitty August 23rd, Spencer, Indiana. Come watch me do something. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not doing anything, and that's fine. I'm just gonna be there to support.
Buying a ticket.
Buying a ticket. Clanging
I'll
and
buy a
bang.
ticket.
I'm joking. Don't.
I was just gonna sneak in, but
I know you were.
He'll be working.
We'll figure out a rule.
He's gonna be making burgers. He'll be frying and buying a ticket.
And hide the pickles.
I bought a
underneath his
ticket.
tongue.
I bought a ticket to Sean's match, and then they just let me in anyway. So I paid to get in, but then I got in for free.
Well, that's what they're supposed to do, is let you in. Once you bought the ticket, that's all they did. They just said, "Oh, you give us your money. Come on in, sir. You could have gotten in for free with your purchased tickets."
Hey,
I support.
shout out
I
Sean
support
Ross
it.
Sapp for the retweet for the Smitty.
We got you, pal.
I know. Hey, I know you do, Joel. I know
Listen,
Sean
I
does.
don't have 290 whatever million followers, so it's all good.
Jesus, I don't either. I just got 13K, 13.6. Shout out.
That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
Bye,
Thank you,
Cole.
Plow Driver. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, guys. Love y'all. Jeremy, love you. Thank you for being a good sport.
Love you.
Joel, thank you for supporting me. You know,
Always and forever, Cole.
Always. There's gonna be a lot of good clips from here. If I don't at least see one good us singing, like reel or something, even if I have to put it together, my feelings will be hurt. But if not, it's cool.
Oh, shit.
Jeremy, you white son of a bitch, I love you.
Love you, buddy. Bye.
Y'all take it easy. I'll see you guys next week.
Take care, Cole. Next, he's already brought himself
Cole's
back.
just gonna come over me.
Honestly, it's either him or Andrew Zarian. Which one do you want?
We can do both.
That's
Just have
true.
Both on. I don't know
Both
if they've
on.
ever interacted.
That would be so amazing and so awkward in the best possible way.
I know this is how tickets work. Pile driver, finisher.
Come on in. We would have let you in for free, but you bought a ticket. So come on in with the ticket you bought.
I bought a ticket beforehand. Like I purchased my ticket ahead of time, but then I got there like pretty early before the doors actually opened to let people in. Because that was when I made the Towns, brother. And I went to Sean's match and left right afterwards so I could go to Collision to see Danielson and Kingston. But yes, I bought my ticket, pre-bought it, but then doors weren't open yet. And Sean and Black Label Pro were just like, I'll just come on in beforehand. And so I was in, and I never technically used my ticket, even though I bought my ticket.
That's fair. I get it. You know what? All that talk with Cole just made me think. Remember we were trying to figure out what Liv was whispering into Dominic Mysterio's ear? I think that's what it was.
What?
August 23rd,
Oh.
Spencer, Indiana. Come to the Smitty. And Dom was just like, oh, he just that moment was just, that was it. She said, come to the Smitty.
Oh, I thought it was the lyrics to
Come
Lips of an
on.
Angel.
Wings of an Angel. It's not this kiss.
Could be this kiss. Did you know Faith Hill sings that song and not Shania Twain?
I am very well aware. Thank you. Oh, thanks for Cole Radrick for coming on. What can you say? Just watch that. We got a couple of super chats while he was here. Some we actually did bring up, but we can do this. Brian Lambert saying, can't confirm all Lamberts have poor handwriting. It's true. It's true. When
Very
another
offended. Cole Radrick offended me a lot today.
that should be motivation to do more work about Cole, just in general.
Less motivation. Not doing anything for
You drink that haterade. Ricardo said, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. We hope you are too, Ricardo. Hope you're doing all right. It's good to see you in the chat. And of course, Ryan Lambert says, Bow Wow wins Money in the Bank, challenges Jade Cargill. We've been talking about this one
would
before.
actually be amazing.
Needs to happen. Bow Wow
That's
is
what we need.
Bow Wow's the guy. We just don't even give him Money in the Bank. Just let him challenge Jade. One-on-one. That's it. Motivation tactic. Look at that. Hold on. Can we talk about hold on. Look at that photo. Look at that photo.
How old is that photo?
How old is that photo? My goodness. Look at you, brother. Good stuff. Oh, where were we? We were talking about how
Who cares? You guys were wrong about Drew McIntyre. That's where we were.
though. Oh, that's fine. Did you see any of the NXT like social stuff that came out? I don't know if you watched the show last night. I know Tuesdays
I
are.
did.
Oh, you
I
did.
always watch NXT. Are you kidding me?
Okay, fair. It is the best WWE show on television. But
I watch all this wrestling as much as I can't stand it, Joel.
fair. No quarter catch crew, that mirror segment. That was probably the funniest, stupidest shit of the night. And I loved every minute of it. I like seeing the son of a very serious European wrestler trying to be basically a Tony D'Angelo ripoff. That just makes me laugh all day.
The segment that made me laugh the most was Jordynne Grace doing like the car wash meeting as she's walking through backstage.
Better or more awkward than Wrestle House for Jordynne Grace. That's Jordynne Grace just being like, I've been here before and I don't like this. I loved it.
She just has to come across all these characters that NXT has and is like All right. Yeah, you spooky kind of maybe witch goth lady. I'm glad you want my Grace. We have the same last name, but we're not related. She was so happy. I know it was early on, but she was so happy to see Mia. She's like, oh shit, somebody I recognize, someone who's just normal back here. Thank God.
I love Mia Yim Michin putting on the "Hello, fellow kids" meme while she's like, "Look at us. Who would have thought?" I'm like, "You're like 2 years too late, and I'm old." That segment in the back was hilarious. Yeah, Charlie Dempsey trying to be a mob boss is just hilarious to me. And then Damon Kemp, of all people, Gable Stevenson's brother, who is the better Stevenson, says, "Why are we doing this into a mirror?" And Miles Bourne, who is a deaf wrestler, he at one point, I think he walks into frame and Dempsey's like, "Could you hear me?" And then pretty sure the response from Miles was like, "As best as I could," or something like that. Like, they get it. They just get it. It's so stupid.
It's a show, that's for sure. Closing segment was good. Closing segment
Yes, it
with
was.
Ethan and Trick was good. Yeah.
Ethan Page is obviously very good at this. He's always been great on the microphone. He's always been a good promo. And now he's talked himself into a world title match at Battleground. He's going to challenge for the NXT Championship. I told you here, and I said it elsewhere, I would really love this to have been at Heatwave, but I kind of understand that Ethan Page in Canada challenging for that title may be running the risk of making him a babyface champion because he'll be at home or close to home. So instead, do the first match against Trick. I don't know if Ethan Page is going to win the title on his first go around.
I don't know if he should, but maybe he should because Trick Williams probably should be on the main roster at this point. And I don't know if he's going to go up to the main roster. It doesn't seem like they have that plan for him. That's why they put the title on him. But man, when he did those main roster cameos ahead of WrestleMania, like he was still really over. And it did seem like that he was main roster ready. Certainly as a personality, he's ready. As a wrestler, maybe it still needs a little bit more polish, and maybe that's why they're going to keep him NXT. But as a personality, he has the charisma, he has the look, he already has like the call and response stuff with the crowd. So he has good crowd control overall. So he, in that sense, yeah, he's ready for the main roster. As a wrestler, still needs not too much work, but a little bit more work to get there.
Yeah, there are little things about Trick, I think, beyond also the wrestling. I know you're putting over the promo too, but there are things that he's going to continue to build on that he could continue to build on as well, including last night, the promo, he had a little bit of trouble getting the words out, and he was smart. He stopped because the crowd was cheering, and he let that be a moment, and he composed himself, and he got back to the task at hand. That's good. That's actually really good training. That's something that a lot of wrestlers, are kind of told to do. If you get tripped up, you stop, let it sit, get your beat, get your moment, go back to it. He did that really well. He recovered well. But other than that, yeah, you're right. He's got a lot of the movement down, a lot of the promo down. He's almost there. If you're playing a percentages game, he's very high. He's very close to 100% to getting called up and moving up. But also, I don't mind seeing him continue to be the guy on NXT programming that people love and that people tune in for, because you need those characters and you need those presentations. Otherwise, what is it? What are you watching NXT for? You want to see the development because it is a developmental brand, but you also want to see characters that you buy into, and some stick around longer than others. But I think the ones that stick around for a little bit longer, they carry over a little bit stronger, in my opinion.
Ethan Page is a guy you can build NXT around. I don't know if Ethan's gonna win on Sunday. I wouldn't be mad at it, honestly. Like I would understand that move if they went with Ethan. I don't think it really undercuts Trick at all. NXT is in a position where, and this is no huge knock on them, but they are the third brand. They're partial developmental, partial partial. We need stable, steady stars type of brand as well. So I don't look at like any title reign as being like, ooh, that was ended too early. Ooh, they should have let this person have a longer run with it. So even though Trick is a new champion and he ended Ilya's reign, I would understand if they went with Ethan here.
Okay, I hear it.
Ryan saying Trick should be the face of NXT heading into the CW shows. I get that.
I
They still
agree
got a few months. They still got a few months before they get to CW.
They got the whole summer because the debut is what, early October? Yeah. And if you have a PLE coming up around that time, then maybe that's the end of Trick's reign, maybe, or just the end of Trick on NXT TV. He could drop the title and stick around and have, big feuds, because we've seen that from former champions as well. They lose the title and then they go and have, they put over the next big star going into NXT. There's a possibility that they do that. But also, you think about, I think it was it Drew and Andrade at one point for the NXT championship? That's when Drew got injured. But that was also the kind of it was a passing of the torch, but it wasn't. But the idea being one guy making the other on his way up to the main roster. That's what Drew was supposed to do. But unfortunately, Drew was injured in that match. So they kind of prolonged that. But then Drew came back and started his main roster run. So there are people like that kind of show up and just immediately win the title, do the thing, and then they head on up. You could do that with Ethan Page.
I'd have Ethan Page at least through Heat Wave, since that's in Canada, because I don't think there's a spot for him on the main roster right now. I'm not saying they couldn't create a spot for him. Obviously they could. Ethan Page is good enough. You can make somewhere for him, but it seems like they're pretty solid on their overall roster. The fact that Ethan last night in his promo was like, you need me. You just lost a bunch of people in the draft. Like, even they're kind of winking at, yeah, we lost a few of our top guys here. We probably need another top male to build around. Ethan Page is that guy. I'd obviously have him in a pretty big spot for Heat Wave, because he's probably going to do some local promotion for that. I'm sure he's going to do some interviews. I'm sure that's stuff he wants to do, at least in the past. He's always wanted to do. Maybe this new character, maybe he doesn't feel like he needs to do it as a heel right now, but Ethan has always been very big into the promotion and wanting to do that kind of stuff. Oh, I'd have him on NXT through at least the summer, and then see where things stand kind of in the fall with just everybody in NXT. I'm sure they're always reevaluating where everyone stands every 6 months or so.
Netflix superstar Ethan Page. I mean, they could. I like this idea, by the way. Noam Dar casts Ethan Page at Battleground. That's the thing, though. You're going to have to babyface Ethan Page, which he would be at Heatwave, because, again, you're going to be in Toronto. So you do Ethan getting the win over Noam Dar. This is the trickery of having a character like Ethan Page come in very clearly poised to be a bad guy, but you're going home with him. And no matter what he says, unless he pulls the whole, oh, I left Canada because I hated it there and I needed to go to US to be, considered legitimate, blah, blah, blah. Unless he completely heals on the country, you're not going to have Ethan Page booed, because he still has ties to Canada.
I don't know what the reaction is for Trick in Canada either. And I say that as Trick is very over generally everywhere he goes. It feels like he's still gonna, I don't think they're gonna like outright boo him in Canada. It feels like they're still gonna like kind of cheer him.
Do you do a triple threat between Noam Dar, Ethan Page, and Trick, or do you do Noam Dar versus Ethan Page at Heatwave, and then Trick has a different opponent, and then you get back to the triple threat or those three in a story, because you'll be back in the US and away from the Canadian side of Ethan Page's popularity?
I don't know if it even needs to be a triple threat. No knock on Noam Dar. Like, I don't know. I think you can do, because they're heels. Noam, like, Metaphor's large, like, they've kind of just been a comedy group, right? There's some there's not too much seriousness in that group. Like they've played a lot of stuff for comedy, and they're heels. They're not baby faces. So it feels like you can do. I don't even think you need to do Noam costing Trick or Ethan at the pay-per-view. I know Ora Mensa attacked Ethan last night after the show was off the air and everything. I don't know if you need to even do the costing. I think you can do Trick wins on Sunday. I think you can do Ethan and Metaphor going into Heat Wave. That'll babyface Ethan against them as a heel group. And then you can go back to Ethan and Trick after Heat Wave. What Trick does going into Heat Wave, I don't know, something they'll have to figure out. But if I'm looking at strictly from an Ethan Page perspective, that might be the way I go with things.
Yeah, and again, this is a similar conversation to what they're dealing with on Raw with Drew McIntyre, who is firmly planted as a heel, but for the next 2 weeks, they kind of have to give him that sympathy because his hometown crowd is going to absolutely cheer him no matter what. It's a weird place to be in, but it's a good place to be in because it makes creative have to jump through a few hoops that hopefully they find whatever loopholes they create, they then close them up or at least make them make sense beyond, oh, it's in his hometown, so he's going to get cheered. They're finding ways to make it so that for that little period of time, you as an audience watching at home actually want to cheer those people so that it looks okay and feels okay that they get cheered in their home country, hometown, whatever it is, when those shows go live. I like that. I don't know if you have anything to add to that point.
I want to add that all of you are dumb for thinking Drew McIntyre should lose in Scotland.
My, this American pie drove my Chevy.
I can't believe Cole didn't understand this either. What is wrong with you guys?
That's what happens sometimes. Like Zeno I was saying, I don't know what's going to happen in Battleground. There are a lot of unknowns going into this show, including Jordynne Grace with that Knockouts World Championship of her own and wanting to be a double champion and win the NXT Women's Championship. She's got Roxanne Perez. That's going to be a fun match. I know a lot of people are saying, no, Roxanne's got to win, but there's a fun what if there, especially if the reporting is accurate and that at Against All Odds, whoever steps up to Jordynne Grace, because she said she's going to have an open challenge, whoever it is turns out to be an NXT star. Could it be Tatum Paxley? Sure. Should it be someone else? I think so. I think it should be the winner of the NXT Underground match, quite honestly. But or Natty is another one if people want to talk about, opening forbidden doors, so to speak. There are extra layers of having Natty there. What do you think of what's going on with Jordynne Grace and the opportunities that present there?
We talked a little bit about it. I mean, I thought it was going to be Mia at Against All Odds. I still am not fully off that idea. Still think there's a chance that happens. Tatum Paxley was certainly teased kind of heavy-ish last night to where it would be her. Natalya makes some sense. I've seen there's weird stuff about Natalya from dummies online, which is everybody. But
if they have a blue check mark next to their name and I've never, ever seen them do any other content than engagement farming, guess what I'm not going to do, Jeremy Lambert?
Yeah,
exactly.
Idiots. Natalya rules, bitch.
Yeah, she does. And
we talked about it last week when we talked about it last week when Jordynne showed up, of Jordynne potentially beating Roxanne and then losing the title to Julia when Julia comes in. I still don't think that's an idea off the table because I think Roxanne, and this would move Roxanne up to the main roster because she was part of the draft, but then not part of the draft. Oh, I don't think that idea is completely dead. Do I expect Roxanne to win? Yes. Would I be surprised if Jordynne won? No. I think there's a good way to book that with Jordynne winning and holding the title, since it seems like this is more than a one-off thing, clearly. And again, Jordynne wrestled last night. Jordynne's going to wrestle this weekend. It seems like an NXT person is going to answer the open challenge at Against All Odds. Brooks Jensen is teasing going to maybe TNA, so he could show up there for something. Oh, it seems like there's going to be a little bit of exchange back and forth. How long it lasts, how deep it gets, don't know. But it's not a one-off thing. That's already been kind of clear.
Brooks Jensen versus Moose. No, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
But I like this stuff with Brooks Jensen.
So I do too, but I'm just thinking if he shows up in TNA, I wonder where he slots in. I don't think he's gonna go for a title. I don't think that's what we're doing. Brooks Jensen and Josh Alexander, Josh being the gatekeeper, quote unquote, for TNA, leading the charge against any male star who comes in from NXT. There might be something there. And anyone who faces Josh Alexander typically, gets a lot out of Josh, and Josh gives a lot of himself to them. So maybe if that's what they're looking for in this story, then they can get it.
Brooks Jensen slots in wherever he wants in TNA. And I'm not even like super high on Brooks Jensen because it's not like he's been presented as this big force in NXT or anything. They're running Moose and Matt Hardy. Like, I like Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy shouldn't be one of your main event players in 2024. Just shouldn't. So I think Brooks Jensen could legitimately walk in and be like, give me a title shot and be like, hey, this is actually fresh. This is actually new. This is something different. Matt Hardy, again, good guy to have. Very nice guy. You want people like Matt Hardy on your roster. I don't think you necessarily need Matt Hardy in your world title program in 2024.
They're doing it. I think I mentioned this last week, but they're doing a thing with Matt Hardy where they took him out at the end of this week's episode of Impact. Moose took the chair, did the chair around the neck while he hit the neck chair with another chair. So it looks like they're trying to get the big story is, will he or won't he be available for Against All Odds? I feel like they're just going to tape a Hardy compound, Lake of Rejuvenation, sees all the stuff, and then becomes, instead of being Broken Matt Hardy at Against All Odds, because we've already seen Broken Matt compete, you're going to see, classic Matt Hardy. You're going to see Hardy Boys Matt Hardy, or you're going to see Big Money Matt, one of those characters at Against All Odds, and Moose hopefully takes him out, gets the win, and we move forward to Moose versus I don't know who at Slammiversary. Actually, I think it's Nemeth, but anyway, it's not important.
Nemeth is fine, but you got Matt Hardy, Ryan Nemeth in your main programs. There's got to be an injection of freshness there. Brooks Jensen adds some freshness to something like that. Even like Moose is fine. But Moose, Eddie Edwards, Brian Meyer, these are guys that have like been around the block, especially in TNA. Like, it feels like they've kind of done everything in TNA. So them being at the top of the program, it doesn't feel like new or fresh or exciting. And it's not that these guys are bad or anything like that. It's just when you're a company that Impact is needing something to gain some headlines, to gain some attention, like having these guys don't exactly scream like we're kind of an alternative doing something new, doing something different type of thing. Where at least Brooks Jensen, I'm not super high on him or anything. I think he's good, but at least he's something new, he's something different to the program.
So I've said it once, I've said it before. I'm not doing any fantasy booking about NXT versus TNA talent because they haven't given us any other crossover. It's only been Jordynne. Do I believe that they might?
If they're teasing more.
If they're teasing more, then that's great. But like, until it happens, I'm not touching it. Because
they're teasing it.
No, but they teased some stuff out of the Rumble too, where a bunch of TNA talent were like, good for Jordynne, when's my turn? It was.
Yeah, that was TNA talent doing TNA talent things on social media. This is way more on what they're doing on television, and now WWE talent and executives teasing stuff as well. Like, I don't think it's unfair to just talk about this stuff and
I'm fine with
fantasy
talking
book
about it.
this stuff.
I'm fine with it. I'm not touching it until I see it. Until I see a guy jump over, because we've only seen Jordynne and we've seen her interaction with other NXT women. Until I start seeing any of the men do it, I'm just kind of waiting for now. The matches that people are pitching, great. Until I see what level of talent they're sending over, that's the other thing. I don't know if they're going to send over, a low card guy who's on Level Up every week, or if they're going to send over a Trick Williams who's their NXT champion. I don't know what kind of stars they want to send over.
Okay. Okay. We're not doing any of that. Joel, we're talking about Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen's the one's teasing this stuff. Nobody's saying, oh, here comes Trick Williams. Oh, Ethan Page is going to return. Like, I'm literally just talking about where Brooks Jensen slots in at this. You don't have any comment on that?
This is the only one I care about.
Okay.
Becky Lynch's Slammiversary. That's the only one I want.
Okay.
Becky Lynch champion. Brooks Jensen's fine. Brooks Jensen's there. He wants to make an impact. Good for him. You'll see him. Maybe you'll see him on the Sunday or on the Friday, or you'll see him at the TV tapings. Until I know what kind of talent we're seeing and what kind of impact they're making, I don't care about it. Like, I don't care about this, how seriously they want to make this or how seriously they want to book this. Jensen's fine. Brooks Jensen is fine. Who else you got? Is there anyone else you got?
Well, you don't want to talk about it, so we can move on.
Well, I just don't want to start booking like Joe Hendry versus Tony D. I don't want to do that. Or, the Rascals reunion that everyone is. Again, there are a lot of great ideas, but I'm not going to get my hopes up over any of this.
Okay.
People asking when TNA has tapings. They're on their website. They're up there all the way through August right now. They've got plans throughout, and Fightful Select reported that they have something for late August on the books. So it's not like they're folding. There's a lot of really weird information going on about TNA. A lot of people saying, oh, WWE's going to buy them, and there's no real solid proof of any of that other than the fact that they're working in a partnership right now. Yeah, hope is a slippery slope to disappointment. Why Solable's got it.
Okay.
Ricardo says, I will do bad things to myself if I see Joe Hendry on a Tuesday. Why not? That would be fun. Unless you mean it in an ironic way. It'd be fun, but we don't know how deep that's going to get. Speedpunk saying, speaking to WWE, you hear they're remaking The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson as Leslie Nielsen's character's son. And for some reason, Cody Rhodes is on there too. I saw this.
Yeah, I think Cody just has like a minor role. He might be the who is the baseball player that I hate that I can't remember. I haven't seen Naked Gun in forever. I should probably know this.
30-year-old movie. I can't remember.
Yeah, but he might just do a cameo like that. So I would. Good on Cody. He's getting a
payday.
Yeah,
payday and credit
outside. Yeah,
good on him. Because of Actra money or something.
Maybe Cody will be OJ Simpson.
Maybe. Wilcherson says, I always thought when Jey Uso quit the bloodline, WWE and WWE would be cool for him to pop up in TNA to sell it. Yeah, we talked about it too. If they were going to do something about that at the time when Jey Uso was like deuces. But instead, no, he's back, he's main event, and he's in Money in the Bank, and he's going to win everything. You want to do your Dynamite gimmick?
I don't know. The people might want you to do another accent, Joel.
I have no accents to offer.
What accent should Joel Pearl do today?
A-Shock asks Sean Ross Sapp about the TNA stuff. We have no info for you here. What's the accent? The accent is Jeremy Lambert doing SpongeBob.
I don't know if I can do a SpongeBob, but with Scottish, people want you to do a Scottish accent, Joel.
I ain't doing that one.
Wow.
I ain't doing that one, pal.
Wow.
No, sir. That is grounds for dismissal right there. No, sir.
I feel like people will get very, very mad at somebody if I do Booker T.
Shucky ducky quack quack. He got them saying that thing in the crowd last night. What are we doing here, Florida? Oh, it's Florida. I should answer that by himself. Patrick Starr.
I can't do like a Patrick Star.
Well, what can you do?
No, nobody. I'm not great at accents
Fair.
or
Fair.
impressions.
What about your impression of Tony Archon?
Oh, he's back, isn't he? He's just on television like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, just do it as Bully Ray. Seeing as in the weeds is better than busted open.
Does he watch Dynamite? I have.
I think he does, because then he
I
does.
have doubts that he even watches the show.
He reads the notes from a website and then gives his hot takes on the late night show.
Yeah, I don't know if he does impressions or if he actually watches the show, though. It's tough to tell sometimes.
Tell me about it.
All right. Let's do that. Anything else, Sean? Oh, what?
Yeah. But do Booker T as a Scottish man.
How would that even go?
I don't even know. Did you see that Gallus promo last night? Bunch of Scots wanting to shake ass on camera, but not wanting to talk about
They were
it.
twerking.
They were twerking. I thought Obafemi was going to come out and make a comment about it. I was going to be like, there is a large black man in a pink polo twerking on my screen. That's a hell of a movement.
They were twerking out there. Bless them. You know, a sexy red bringing the ass popping. Gotta respect it.
True. Where's this Dynamite preview? Do you have one?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Do it as an angry, bitter Russo. Isn't that just a Russo impression?
That's just you should do it as Happy Russo, which is just Diamond Dallas Page. Bro.
There's not that much announced for Dynamite.
It's like 6
There's a few
things.
things. Yeah. See, it feels like they have more. Like there's 3 matches. Fun matches.
3 matches.
Oh.
And then MJF and TV time with Christopher Jericho.
Hell yeah. Can't wait for that. Can't wait.
The learning tree.
Oh, yeah. Go back to it, Joel.
No, we're not doing that again. That was a once in a lifetime thing that has video of it. Video
That
proof.
ruled.
Oh God.
That ruled. The guy from Knives Out, Daniel Craig played. I've never seen Knives Out, so I don't.
Neither have I. Is
Did
that
Daniel-
like rock and roller?
Did Daniel Craig do like an impression? I just figured he played like Daniel Craig.
That's typically what he does. Can I do? No one does a Conan impression.
Can you do a Conan impression?
No, no one does.
Yeah.
A Conan impression is just a guy. The guy with a little bit of a higher voice.
Do the rundown as you were singing a Fozzy song. Okay, hold on.
You would sing about as well as Chris Jericho,
Ah,
according to Sebastian Bach, noted rock and roll superstar.
I
Former
heard Knives Out is very good. That's a movie that like I would watch if I had time to watch movies. Okay, hold on. Dynamite impression is a Judas song. All right,
if you do it
or
like
as
that,
a
I'll do it like
Fozzy song.
next week. I'll do it as Krusty the Clown. If you do it like that,
Oh, Krusty the Clown's good. That
That'll be
wasn't
next
bad,
week.
Joel.
that one
Okay.
I know how to do.
All right.
It's just an old raspy Jewish man.
I gotta remember how Judas goes.
It's been that long, has it?
Yeah, it's been. I mean, Alex Pulowski and I did it. All right, hold on. Okay, all right. Let me try to pull this off. This is gonna suck, but all right. If you Google Judas lyrics, you get the lyrics to a Lady Gaga song.
Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Judas face Judas.
I can't rhyme. Oh man, if I could pull this off rhyming, that would be something as well. All
That's
right,
the bit right there.
Yeah.
We'll clip it and we'll send it to Dala just so we can get that rap going.
I don't think I can rhyme it. Oh. All right. Oh, fuck. I'm overthinking this. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Am I frozen?
Nope.
Is it good?
Yep.
We're good? No?
You're here.
Okay. That's gonna ruin everything. I'm gonna put all this together and it's gonna be like the audio is all garbage and it'll be like a true episode of Dynamite when TBS fucks up the audio for them.
Well, now that it's out there, it's gonna happen.
Okay. All right. I actually have the opening bar. All right. We have a great show for you tonight. It is AEW Dynamite. We've got MJF's return. 8 p.m. Eastern, TBS. What will MJF say? He is back for you today. It is 8 p.m. Eastern on TBS. We've also got Saraya and Mariah May. What have I become now that I have betrayed? AEW Dynamite, 8 p.m. Eastern TBS. AEW World Title, Swerve Strickland, Roderick Strong, Dynamite, TBS, Dynamite in my mind. I'm watching. 8 p.m. Eastern, TBS, AEW Dynamite. We've got the return of Wheeler Yuta. He is now cleared. He's a Buta. He'll be teaming with Danielson, Claudio, and Moxley. It's the BCC against CMLL. We've got Volador Jr., Magnus, Rudigo, and Esfinge. I don't know if I said that right, but did I mention Saraya against Mariah May?
Saraya.
We've also got TV time with Chris Jericho. You won't want to miss the learning tree with TV time and Chris Jericho. You don't want to miss this. It is AEW Dynamite, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on TBS. Did I mention say, after Big Bang Theory, it is AEW Dynamite, only on TBS. I'm watching. AEW Dynamite, 8 p.m. Eastern, TBS. Thank you to all the great AEW fans. Justified. This is awesome chants.
Sean Ross
All I
Sapp
can
is
give you.
recorded at
That's all I
BLP Old Habits Die Screaming, Friday, July 26th. The BLP debut of the Maharaja Rajdeji. He's going to make his debut for BLP. Big news right there. I don't know what just happened, though. What was that you just did?
I did the rundown as Judas. What are you talking about? This is
I'm
the
gonna
best
take it and
rundown
I'm
I've
gonna
ever done.
I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it to some music. I'm already looking up the karaoke version of Fozzy. I've got it.
Good
You
luck.
can be the next lead singer of Hinder.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't get
That was
that
honestly
stuff
one
in
of
the
my better
other
performances.
That's fair. I have seen you do karaoke at other venues doing Limp Bizkit songs.
That was all off the top of the head too. Like, come on now.
Good for you. I'm proud of you for doing that. We're going to be back on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm sure we're going to talk about stuff.
I don't know if I'm going to be here.
I don't know if Jeremy's going to be here after that performance. I might have to fire him too. But anyway, anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Oh, wow. I don't ever have anything to plug. Watch the Spotlight tomorrow. I'm not going to be on it. SB3 and Jensen will be there. And watch this show on Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be on it. SB3 might be here.
My God, SB3 taking over this website. Give him the Ring of Honor post show, and now he's going to do all the other shows.
Right?
Cannot do this anymore. Plug your next album. That's what you should do. Regardless of where Jeremy will be, we'll be back here at 10 a.m. Eastern on Fightful Overbooked. If you haven't already, leave a thumbs up on the way out. And of course, tell your friends about this silly ass, stupid show that we do. No touching grass. No touching grass. Just the weeds as you pass along the day. I am Agile Pearl, JOELPEARL, ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.